Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. So this is how I've been making a pretty damn handy amount of gold. Now this is really brilliant if you've got multiple characters that you play regularly, but it's also fantastic if you only play the one character. Overall, this can be a great way to earn gold without really going far out of your way, which is generally my favorite kind of gold making thing, something that just doesn't require much effort. And I really could have been doing this for weeks, but just didn't really seem to notice how efficient it is. So the only requirement here is being a rank 800 in either blacksmithing, leatherworking, or tailoring. Once you're 800, you can learn the legendary pattern from your trainer, and getting to 800 is easy for these professions. Basically, Legion just sort of streamlined a whole bunch of that stuff, so all you really need to do is just do the quests and then craft a whole bunch of stuff, way more streamlined than it used to be. Now, as we know, patch 7.2 added crafted legendaries to the game, but they did it in an interesting way. Most of the materials can be obtained regularly. However, each legendary has a material that comes from a quest line that can only be done once per character, per nether disruptor per week on the Broken Shore. This means that the supply is limited, and it gives people with alts a bit of an advantage over those who don't. But that said, it is actually quite easy to get enough resources to do this if you only play a few of your characters regularly, which is kind of great. So, one of the resources for these is Bloods of Sargeras. You'll need 65, which is quite a lot, but if you play a character regularly enough, and you use the boon of the Blood Hunter, which is from Warden's Reputation, then you should get enough bloods from your regular gameplay to supply the continued crafting of legendary items. Now, of course, one of the major resources for these is Nether Shard Essence. The legendary crafts normally go from between 140 and 200,000 gold, depending on your server, and they only cost one Nether Shard Essence. But the thing about these essences is they're bind on equipped, and they sell from between 7 and 10k in most servers. So, getting them, it involves either farming 8,000 Nether Shards, which I'd rather not be doing, or just hopping over to the auction house, which is absolutely what I do to save time. So as you can see, two of the main resources needed take, honestly, next to no additional time to get on top of what you're already doing, especially since the Blood Hunter enchant is just active all the time and you never need to think about it. So there are other materials which you can just buy from the auction house, but really the main thing here and the final material is the one from the quest line. Now, this is available whenever the Nether Disruptor is up, though, you will have to wait until the building is destroyed and rebuilt again to actually do the quest line again to make a second or third legendary. This quest is actually really simple. All you need to do is 2 mythic dungeons and 1 raid boss that can be done on LFR difficulty. This also does work with Mythic Plus 2, so it's likely going to be from content that you'll be doing anyway. This is what I really love about this for gold making. You barely need to change what you would be doing in the game, bar just doing like one quest that involves farming mobs for about 20 minutes. Overall, though, you can do this quest line in like an hour and 20 minutes, probably less, if you are maybe a tank and can, form up groups a bit faster. If you are doing the step via LFR, then perhaps you could, queue for the mob farm while your LFR queue is going. Now, overall, you're looking at a pretty easy 100k profit per legendary, and you can pretty much do this once per week. Depending on, your server prices and all that stuff, this is almost going to be 100k per hour spent actually working on it. Even less if you happen to be, say, doing the mythics anyway. It's therefore just a great way to earn a hell of a lot of gold without really having to go that far out of your way. Currently, I am doing this on my Hunter, which is of course a leather worker. I've been leveling a few characters as a part of my Legion class review series, so I plan to expand this across multiple characters as time goes on. I'll then probably use the profits from this to purchase more like twink gear, well, gear to help them level up and stuff like that before the heirlooms come in, as well as craft some of the legendaries for those characters, of course, to use. Now, even with a single character here, doing this twice per month is enough to pay for a World of Warcraft subscription through WoW Token, which is kind of crazy. You can play World of Warcraft for free by basically just doing 2 LFR wings and 4 mythic dungeons in like 20 to 40 minutes of mob grinding a month. That's kind of crazy. Now, I actually expect the prices here will go up, or at least, maintain sort of being very lucrative with 7.2.5 because it's adding new heirlooms, which will likely lead to more players leveling up alts, which should mean that there'll be a bit more demand for a quick, craftable, legendary for people to get the new characters up to speed. But anyway, that's it for this video. Just really simple, a quick little gold making method, and one that I've been using myself to make a few 100k here and there. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.